we drove not to a better place, but on that road I took a fall. Oh baby, why did you run away? I was there for you in your darkest time. I was there for you in your darkest night. But I wonder where were you when I was at most down on my knees.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing this makeup tutorial for you guys. I know I didn't have any videos up last Wednesday or last Friday. It was killing me inside because I really wanted to put a video up for you guys, but I didn't have enough time to film one and put it, like, edit it and everything. I was sick, and then I was like swamped with schoolwork and everything else. So I am going to be doing tutorials like all through September, all through October. Pretty much mostly makeup tutorials except for maybe like monthly favorites, and I'm thinking about doing a couple of DIY videos. So if that's something you guys want to see, then let me know down in the comments below. So all through the month of October I want to do Halloween tutorials for you guys. So let me know down in the comments below what Halloween tutorial you guys want to see. I'm literally down to try anything. I did a few past Halloween tutorials, but honestly that was my first time messing with Halloween makeup, and I don't know, some of you guys liked it, some of you guys didn't, but I'm definitely willing to experiment, and I think I've gotten so much better at doing makeup and applications and everything that I think I can come up with some really good makeup tutorials. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. Don't forget to follow all of my links down below in the description box. I have my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook. You guys can follow me all on there because that is where I post literally everything, and you guys can find out about what's going on my channel. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up if you guys love makeup tutorials. So let's go ahead and jump right into the makeup tutorial.
Alright, so the first thing that I'm going to do is prime my lids, and I'm using MAC's Paint Pot in Painterly, and I'm just putting that on with my fingers and blending it out all over my lids. This is going to help ensure that our eyeshadows stay on all day, and this is really going to help bring out the vibrancy of the colors that we're actually using. So I'm just blending that all over. This also can help clean up your brow area a little bit and to cover any stray hairs on your brows that you may not have plucked, or if you haven't gotten your brows done in a while. So the first color that I'm going to be taking is MAC's Blanc Type. Now this is just a really light cream colored eyeshadow, and I love using this as a kind of like an all over like lid color. This kind of helps set that eye primer, which also helps make the other colors easier to blend out into the crease and everything, because some primers can become a little bit sticky and kind of be hard to work with. So I just place that all over my lid and all over my brow bone and just pretty much everywhere. So the next color that I'm going in with is MAC's Saddle. I absolutely love this color for a transition color. It can be a little bit harsh, but I do go in very lightly at first with it, and I'm using a MAC 224 brush, but I do go in very lightly at first, and then I kind of build up the product as we go along. I love using this color as a transition color, especially between like colorful looks. I just think it looks really nice. So in between blending this color out, I do switch to a BH Cosmetics blending brush, and the only reason why I switch is because this brush is a lot fluffier and a lot softer than the MAC 224, and I just feel like it really gets in there and softens the whole entire look up by blending out that transition color. So that is what I did. So I'm going to go in with my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk. This is just a white base, and usually I probably wouldn't do this, but I decided since the color that I'm going to be using is fairly light and has a lot of shimmer in it, that I would just go in with this milk color and blend it all onto my lid. I thought the white would make the color stand out just a little bit more and add more of a stickier base so the shimmer doesn't get a lot of fallout. Also, when using this NYX Jumbo pencil, you want to make sure you really blend out that color because you don't want it to be patchy in some areas and not patchy in others. So just thinly blend it out. So this green color is from DD'ell Cosmetics, I believe. I got it in my Mimi box, and this is a very pretty shimmer green color, and the name is actually Shimmer Green, but it's a very pretty shimmery green color, and I really wanted to incorporate into something, so I decided to pack that all onto my lid with a small shader brush. I'm not exactly sure which brush this is, but I definitely packed that all over my lid, and I'm just going back and forth, placing color on, and then, you know, blending it out, and then placing more on. This is a fairly shimmery color, so you just want to make sure that you pat rather than rub, because you will get a lot of fallout. So in between packing on that green color, I take a MAC 217 brush and I blend a little bit more of saddle into the crease, just to make sure that there's no harsh lines between my transition color and between my lid color, because that just definitely doesn't flow and you don't want to have that distinct line. I decided to pack on the color Loaded from the Urban Decay Smoked palette, which is a very dark green color, and I decided to pack it on my outer corner and my inner corner. I didn't really care for just the green, the light green color, so I decided to pack on a little bit more color to make it a little bit more dark and a little bit more fall. So I decided to pack that on with a small little dome brush from Morphe brushes, and I'm just packing that on and kind of creating a small V shape on the outer part, and then I'm just packing that onto the inner corner. Then I go in with another MAC 217 brush and I kind of pack on that color just a little bit more to give it a little bit more vibrancy, and I also blend that out really nicely. You will lose a lot of color throughout the blending and throughout the packing on, but you can always go back and add more, but it's definitely nice to start off with less product, because then you won't mess up and you can always pack on more later on. So after I packed on that green color, I just took a little bit and put it over the top of that shimmer green. I used a lot of shimmery colors in this look, so it probably looks a little messy, I'm not really sure, but it definitely comes together in the end. Then I go back in with that 217 brush with no additional product on it, and I just blend out those edges. I just think it looks really nice when you blend. The whole key to any look coming together is blending and having different blending brushes to kind of help you transition from one color to another. So for a brow bone highlight, I'm using MAC's Shroom, and I absolutely adore this color for a brow bone highlight. I just think it looks absolutely perfect. It gives you that nice wash of color with just a tiny bit of shimmer. So then I'm going in and I'm cleaning up any fallout that I may have had with a makeup wipe, and I know I'm going to get a lot of comments saying you didn't show your eyeliner, but I am going to be having a eyeliner tutorial up pretty soon, so that's why I did not show it for you guys. So for my first face product, I'm going in with my Benefit POREfessional primer. I always use this stuff because it makes my face look absolutely flawless, and I just think it looks really well under pretty much any foundation I'm using. So the foundation that I decided to use today was my Makeup Forever HD foundation. Now this foundation is way too dark for me, and I swear I have like 3 different colors of it, but it's just way too dark for me. But I decided I wanted this because I love the way this looks on the face, and I definitely wanted a little bit more coverage, so I just buffed that in with a Nancy Cosmetics flat top kabuki. I love using this brush for foundation. I just think it's so perfect, and it really packs on that foundation, whereas it still leaves you with a really nice natural look. So for concealer, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I have definitely been using the heck out of this concealer. I usually use my NARS concealer, but I definitely think I've been loving this concealer a ton more, and it's just so much more affordable. But I'm just placing that under a triangle underneath my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead, and then I'm going to go ahead and buff out that color with a tapered kabuki brush. I love using the pointed one just because it really gets in there and just diffuses all of that product out. I have such a horrible breakout on my forehead lately, and I don't know why, but ignore that. So I'm just buffing that out underneath my eyes, and my color is an O2 Sand, which is a little bit too light for me, but honestly I can't even get the right color because none of the colors match me, and I don't know why, but just buffing that out nicely. Now to set that concealer, I'm going in with my Anastasia contour kit with the shade Banana, and I'm just taking a e.l.f., I think it's a tapered brush, and I'm just placing that underneath my eyes and just buffing that in to set that concealer. This is also going to help brighten up those under eyes and just make us look way more awake. It does look a little bit light for me, but I still think it does the job, and it looks really nice and flawless once you add them together. So for a contour shade, I'm going to be taking the Anastasia contour kit again, and I'm going to be taking the shade Fawn, and I'm just using a Stigma contour brush, and I'm just buffing that into the hollows of my cheeks. The other shades are a little bit too dark for me, so I've been using this one lately, and I really like the way it looks. So I'm just buffing that into the hollows of my cheeks, onto the temples, and then a little bit on my forehead, just to kind of give me more of color back into my skin, because sometimes that concealer that I use washes me out way too much, and on top of that, the lighting in the room washes me out a lot too. Mascara, I'm using my Urban Decay Perversion mascara, and let me tell you that this is probably my favorite mascara. I definitely need to get the full size, but I love this mascara. It's so black and it's so easy to put on. And for lashes, I'm using my DD'ell spiky lashes. I actually don't know the number. Someone told me in another video, so I'm going to go back and find that for you guys, but I don't remember the number, but I think these look absolutely gorgeous with this look. They are a little bit tricky to put on because the lash band is quite heavy, but I still love them. So for my under eye, I'm using MAC's Old Gold pigment, and I decided to use this because I wanted to give myself just a little pop of color, but I didn't exactly know what color would look good with this. So I'm just taking this MAC Old Gold pigment with a little bit of Fix Plus and just a paintbrush from Michaels, I believe, and I'm just placing that underneath my waterline. The second eye that I did was a little bit too runny for me, so I went back with a flat brush and I just took a little bit of that pigment and kind of just set that. I just think this looks absolutely gorgeous, and I've never used this pigment before, so this is definitely a first, and I definitely am obsessed with it. So I just place that underneath, not in any technique way, just placing it there. For an inner corner highlight, I'm using MAC's Rice Paper Eyeshadow, and I forgot how much I love this for an inner corner highlight. So I took just a small dome brush and I just placed that on the inner corners. This is just going to help brighten up that look and make us look way more awake. For blush, I forgot to kind of record like a clip of it, but I'm using MAC's Harmony blush. I use it in every single one of my videos, so you guys can always go back and check it, but it's just a very pretty, like, warm toned blush, and I just think it looks perfect with every single look. And I'm just going to place some mascara on my bottom lashes because you cannot forget your bottom mascara. The look will not look complete if you don't have it. For my lips, I'm using this Makeup Forever Aqua Pencil, and I got this as a sample from Sephora, and this is in the color 3C, I believe. It doesn't have a name, but it does have a number, so I will link it down below if I can find it. But it is a gorgeous mauve color lip pencil, and I am obsessed with it. I wore it on my own the other day, or I wore it on its own the other day, and it looks so gorgeous, and I'm obsessed with it. And then I paired that with my trendy mauve lipstick from Lancome, and these two together are just absolutely perfection, and I love this lip combo. For a cheekbone highlight, I'm using MAC's Soft and Gentle. I haven't used this in a while, but I definitely decided to pull it out and use it, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, so I just placed that on my cheekbones.